Hello and welcome to all. The Big Blue is a universe apart, populated by extraordinary creatures and containing countless secrets in its depths. And it is not the many fantastic books on the subject that will say otherwise. But what happens when a camera is at the right time, and in the right place, let's say, at a few meters of sea depth, or on the bow of a boat in the open sea? Well, we collect simply incredible videos, just like this sequence of a bird of prey capturing a shark, or of these poor little marmots, gesticulating inside a shark cage, only a few centimeters away from several hungry sharks. So, make yourself comfortable, because today, we are going to discover the 10 most impressive videos of the marine world, which you would certainly not have thought possible if they hadn't been recorded. And if you like this video, don't forget to give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to receive all notifications of our upcoming publications. Have you checked your snorkels and masks? Then let's go. Among the activities that we like to practice with our 5-year-old children, we can mention an afternoon in the mountains or a family outing to a water park, but certainly not swimming in the middle of a school of sharks. That's what this couple of bloggers addicted to travel and adventure have done by offering their 2 children an activity that is, to say the least, dangerous. Parents Garrett and Jessica, who own a very popular YouTube channel, have posted a video of their dive with great white sharks off the coast of Baja California, in western Mexico. Except that on the video, it is their 2 children, Dorothy, 7 years old, and Manila, her 2 years younger, who are seen inside a shark cage. It is thus an incredible and completely terrifying spectacle that this sequence offers, in which we see young innocent children living side by side with fearsome underwater killers, and this with only one protection, a vulgar steel cage whose reliability is more than doubtful. Described by social network users, the couple nevertheless said they were proud and happy to have offered such a day to their children, and believed that for a click, some are ready for anything, even the worst. Birds of prey will never cease to amaze us with their incredible strength and their ability to seize very heavy prey as if it were nothing. The bird of prey that you see in this surreal sequence was filmed as it grabbed a large fish in its claws. The surprising images show indeed the large bird with all its wings spread, holding between its claws a very beautiful aquatic specimen, which looks a lot like a large reef shark whose average weight is still 19 kilograms. The bird itself has been identified, and be reassured, it is not a pterodactyl escaped from Jurassic Park. It is rather an osprey, a daytime raptor of average size, known for the incredible power of its claws when it grabs a prey. The claws are effective tools for holding prey that ospreys often die drowning because they were not able to loosen their grip to release a fish that was too heavy for them. But as you can see on this video, this osprey is strong enough to lift its prey, so let's hope it won't fail to enjoy its hard-earned loot. Take a good look at this sequence and tell us what you see. An incredible underwater waterfall, forming an almost magical landscape. This extraordinary spectacle is located in Mauritius, a pretty little corner of paradise lost in the vastness of the Indian Ocean. This fabulous sea waterfall is visible at the southwestern tip of the island, but as you can imagine, they are not really waterfalls. It is in fact a breathtaking illusion due to the continuous flow of sand and silt deposits, tirelessly dragged by the water towards the dark depths of the ocean. Who will be able to say after seeing this that nature is not also an expert in the creative arts? We knew that in the abyssal depths of the ocean, incredibly strange and frightening creatures gravitate, but did you know that it is quite possible to find a character from an animated film? And yet this is the case with this curious creature that populates the abyss and bears the well-found name of Hakels Chimera. Indeed, like a legendary animal, this chimera is one of the strangest fish you can see, resembling almost identically to Zero, the ghost dog from Tim Burton's cult movie, The Nightmare Before Christmas. This strange cartilaginous fish with a spectral appearance is still largely unknown, as it lives at a depth of more than 2,600 meters. Fortunately, this little Casper of the abyss has a venomous thorn under its fins, whose sting is fatal. No fluorescent nose for him, but a most masterful look. The beluga whale is a gentle little cetacean living in the icy waters of the Arctic Ocean. Its immaculate white color and singular build make it easily recognizable. Extremely sociable, this large marine mammal moves in groups that can easily reach thousands of individuals, and it is very rare to see an isolated specimen. However, this video taken by onlookers in a small fishing port allows us to see a young beluga whale that has probably strayed from its herd. The marine animal, which had come to the surface, was attracted by an albatross that had just caught a small fish and was about to eat it. But this was without taking into account the playfulness of the beluga, which did not let go of the bird for a single second, chasing it and snatching the fish from its beak, without harming it. The albatross itself, as if it had sensed that this nice mammal was not hostile to it, did not even decide to fly away from this too sticky companion. The small cetacean continued to tease the seabird for a while before finally diving to probably find its fellow creatures. Before continuing, it is time to answer the question of the day, and today it is about general culture. What approximate percentage of the surface of the globe represents all the oceans? Is it option A, 30%, option B, 50%, or option C, 70%? Think carefully and write what you think is the right answer in the comments. Answer just before the end of the video. The incredible intelligence of killer whales never ceases to amaze researchers and marine biologists. Even today, it is considered that this terrible marine mammal possesses a self-awareness that is even more complex and developed than that of human beings. This intelligence is clearly visible in this sequence, taken at SeaWorld in San Diego in the United States, where we see a typically human hunting technique, brilliantly operated by a young killer whale in captivity. Tired of his daily ration of sardines, the ingenious killer whale decides to hide his daily pittance, without his trainers noticing, and later use it to bait seagulls. No sooner does a bird get close to the cetacean's trap than the cetacean comes and takes a bite out of it. Thanks to this technique, the killer whale can give itself a little treat from time to time, just to change its everlasting menu of sardines. In Australia, it is not uncommon to see sharks appearing as close as possible to beaches and swimmers, most of the time causing simple fright, but sometimes unfortunately also loss of life. However, when a dangerous tiger shark of more than 2 meters in length runs aground on a beach in Coral Bay, a coastal village in Western Australia, swimmers will do their utmost to save it by floating it back to the water. Determined to save the shark, the boaters nevertheless took great precautions, knowing, of course, the danger that the terrible shark represents. Indeed, the tiger shark has a reputation as a bloodthirsty killer and a great lover of human flesh, and is ranked second in shark attacks on humans. With the help of pliers, the group managed to free the shark from a large hook that had gotten stuck in its mouth and were finally able to put it back in the water. Let's only hope that this shark will remember it if he feels like biting a surfer. As we saw earlier with Hakels Chimera, the seabed is inhabited by spectacular life forms, even the strangest of all creation. What do you think of the wonderful and bewitching sea butterfly, which seems to fly peacefully in the water? The images you see in this video are among the rare observations of this curious little mollusk from the depths. But even if it has the appearance and placidity of a pretty moth, it remains that this gastropod is a fearsome predator for its underwater congeners, which it catches with 3 terrible tentacles, to swallow them up in one bite. However, nothing beats the spectacle offered by the bewitching ballet of these magnificent creatures of the deep, when they embrace each other in a sensual and terribly poetic dance. Marlin sport fishing is an activity that comes with its share of strong emotions and danger, and the fishermen who practice it must be constantly on the lookout, at the risk of being literally impaled. Indeed, the marlin is a fish for the least powerful, whose size can go up to 4.5 meters, for 700 kilograms, that is to say, a real mastodon. As a bonus, the animal is equipped with a rostrum, a kind of point located at the front of its body, above its mouth, the equivalent of the nose in humans, long and tapered like a sword. Catching such a bodybuilder and dangerously armed fish becomes very risky for fishermen, and it is not uncommon that accidents, sometimes fatal, can occur during one of these fishing trips. In this video, you can see 3 Australian fishermen being badly mauled by a splendid specimen of adult marlin. The latter, desperately fighting for his life, will literally jump aboard the boat and narrowly miss harpooning one of the 3 men. The lucky fisherman thus passes within a few centimeters of a nasty scar on his face, in the best of cases. Let's hope that in the future he will go fishing for trout instead of facing large and immense marlins. Imagine yourself sitting on a beautiful beach in the middle of summer, sunbathing, when suddenly the sky becomes overcast and the sun gives way to dark clouds of bad omens. This is an extremely depressing scenario, but one that is very familiar in Siberia, where the inhabitants have become accustomed to particularly extreme and changing weather conditions in the middle of the summer season. The swimmers on the beautiful beach of Novosibirsk had to face a terrible hailstorm that appeared suddenly and without any warning. The blue sky had suddenly turned gray and large pieces of hail fell like meteorites for about 15 minutes. Fortunately, no one was hurt during the hailstorm, as bathers took refuge under umbrellas and makeshift shelters, which ironically were supposed to protect them from the sun's rays. So, what do you think of these 10 incredible sequences? Which one impressed you the most? Give us your thoughts in the comments. If not for the quiz answer, it actually answers C, since the oceans cover about 361 million square kilometers or 70.8% of the world's total surface area. I hope many of you found the answer.